Authentic cocktail conversations, candid insights from startup founders, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders from around the globe.
Well, I think what made the Grill Effect such a powerful campaign was that more than anything, it really disrupted how people thought about how 8 issues should be talked about. It really took something that people thought was distant and far away, or maybe they were familiar with issues that were about poverty overseas, and talked about it in a way that people hadn't seen before, in a way that it stood out to them. The fact that the Grill Effect itself is an idea that both engages your heart and your head. It's not just something that you feel emotional about, but something that really makes common sense. The Grill Effect was from the Nike Foundation. The Nike Foundation is part of the big brand, but it was actually a very small foundation. And so in that way, we were like a lot of startups, and that we didn't actually have a lot of resources to talk to everybody. So we had to be pretty ruthless in who we were going to talk to around this issue. And what we ended up talking to was really, we took a top-down approach to what this campaign was about. And we decided that we mainly wanted to talk to global decision makers in international aid. What happened was the Grill Effect message ended up going viral. And it ended up taking off among individuals who ended up doing their own thing. And we were a little bit slow to figure out, wow, there's actually a grassroots community forming around this. And then we quickly created all sorts of tools, created a platform that people could then really pick up on what we were using to help them do what they wanted to do with it better. And then I think what we learned was that community could have far greater reach and actually have a lot more creativity than we ourselves could have. I came from a career in the private sector before I came to doing this work in more the nonprofit sector. And what I loved was keeping one foot in the nonprofit sector and one foot in the private sector, because I think nonprofit sector brings real value orientation, a lot of principled thinking, and a lot of deep understanding of complex issues into the mix. The private sector brings a real goal orientation, some real rigor and discipline around getting stuff done. And I actually think the combination is really magical, and the combination is, I think, what's needed to tackle really tough questions, issues in the world. So the more startups, entrepreneurs, more people in the private sector who see that they can play a role in making the world a better place, the better.